We are back with our next episode of Monday Mailbag. This is a series where you guys ask questions and I just answer them, man. So y'all ask these questions, whether it's in the comment section of this video, another video, Discord, Twitter, live stream, wherever y'all get the questions to me, I'ma answer them pretty much for y'all, man. So drop any questions down below. If y'all enjoyed this series, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Twitch. We're live streaming all the time. Now let's hop into the first question, man. Let's throw 10 minutes on the clock and let's get into the first question. So, how do you drop so much content and still have pretty much time/fun to play the game? And that's a great question, man. So, my content goal is to, drop 2 videos a day. I've been doing that since the game came out. Bare minimum 2 videos a day. I think the first week I was dropping like 4 videos every day. Now 2 videos every day. And it's a lot. It takes a significant amount of time to, drop the amount of content that I do. But I do it for y'all I do it for y'all. And yeah, how do I have fun or, find time playing the game? It's tough. It's tough because, it's a combination of working and also, trying to enjoy myself. So the good part is, like, when I live stream, I really do have a great time live streaming, interacting with y'all boys. So come over to the Twitch if you haven't already. I do have a very fun time. I want to live stream more. And, on live streams, I end up posting on YouTube. And also my Purdue series, I would call them more my fun entertainment series. I want to do more Purdue series. It just take a lot of time to film those Purdue videos. So that's why I end up, I took a little break because I'm focusing on other content, other college football content that maybe takes less time to record, edit, all of that. But Purdue series, I want to get back to posting it every other day, bare minimum. So yeah, how do I find time? Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll, work, come home, and then record content, and, I end up not, having any time to enjoy the game as much as maybe I would. But it is what it is, bro. I do the content for y'all, and y'all enjoy it. So I appreciate y'all boys, man. I appreciate y'all boys. So next question, man. With the patches, seems like the game is in a much better spot. Should I buy it? I don't ever want to tell someone how to spin their cheese, man. I really, really do not want to ever tell someone how to spin their cheese. For me, I think the game is in a better spot. If this game dropped like this at patch, I think a lot of people would have been happy with the game. Is it still perfect? No. I think the offline, community is, the game is very playable. Online, you got to be a little bit careful, online Dynasty. You got to be careful because it's still some cheese, it's still some, exploits out there. So you just got to be careful, make sure nobody doing that in your league. But offline, I think the game is 100% playable. Still some small issues, transfer portal guys disappearing. But if you just decrease the transfer portal setting, less guys will disappear. It's still an issue where, some schools that won't have a lot of players interested in them in the transfer portal. And then also in high school, we discovered that with like Kansas State, a perfect example where they don't have many high school guys interested in them, man, which is weird. So it leads to them not bringing in great recruiting classes pretty much the first couple years. So it's not perfect by no means. Houston, another school with that issue also. So, but I think the game is definitely in a much better spot, man. They fixed a lot of issues, and I think they showed a willingness to continue to fix these issues. And, I thought from when they dropped the first title update, it was going to be a few weeks until that second title update, like maybe almost a month. No, they dropped it, a week later? Maybe 2 weeks it was. But they dropped that next title update, the one we just got, pretty quickly. So, if you're thinking about it, I would say, I'm not going to tell you to pull the trigger. I'm not going to tell you how to spin your cheese. But I do think the game is worth it. Y'all let them know down below, man. Is the game worth it? Because when the game first came out, people were saying, refund me. I need a refund. This game trash, blah, blah. And I never said that. I always enjoyed the game. I like I wish the blocking was maybe a little bit better. But for the most part, the gameplay is super enjoyable. And, the Dynasty is also, I have fun. I have a good time. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below. Let's get into the next question, man. So, yeah, I couldn't really answer that question because I don't want to tell you how to spin your cheese, man. Next question. Is Madden better than college football? Deciding which one to get. It depends on the person, man. It depends on the person. I think if you ask a guy that plays mostly online game modes, whether it's Ultimate Teams or, an online league, I think Madden is going to be that person answer every single time, man. I think Madden is going to be a little bit better for the online gameplay, and just an online league. Like the online dynasty, it's not as crisp, not as smooth as you got a lot of CPU games. It's the recruiting is, I'm not saying recruiting is bad, but if you miss a week or you miss 2 weeks or you go out of town, your recruiting is cooked if you miss a couple weeks. Compared to Madden, if you leave, whatever, come back, your team might just took a couple losses, but you're not cooking your whole entire recruiting class, if that makes sense. So I think Madden online league, online franchise, and it's just in a much better spot because 32 users is clean cut, and all of the teams are more evenly matched. For example, in an online dynasty, if you do like a 1-star league, well, it's going to be a couple years until anyone wins a national championship. If you do open teams, then half the league is going to have bad teams or bad teams compared to the top teams in the league. So, it's no great way to do it. And then obviously in Madden, you do have the top tier teams, but even as a bad team, the bad teams in Madden is nowhere near as bad as the bad teams in college football. So, I think just the online situation is a lot better, and then also I think people like Mutt better than college football Ultimate Teams is just what I heard. I haven't touched college Ultimate Teams at all. I haven't touched Madden Ultimate Teams in maybe like 7-8 years. Wow, it's been a minute, man. I haven't played Madden Ultimate Teams in forever. So, and I played Madden this year a little bit, not too much, probably like an hour or two on gameplay. Didn't feel, too different, honestly. Didn't feel amazing either. But playing the Dynasty or the franchise in that game, if you're an offline guy, I think you should lean towards college football. And y'all let me know y'all thoughts, but I think college football is way better for just Dynasty, for the offline. When it comes to building the team, when it comes to longevity, when it comes to replayability, because you got 136 teams in this, whatever. And Madden is 32 teams, and half of those teams, are good. So it's not even worth a rebuild sometimes. So and here, I think definitely if you're more of an offline player, I think college football is way, way better for you. Just because, listen, Dynasty, you could play a Dynasty forever. Like, you're constantly, the whole process of college where you bring in a great player, he's only there for 3 years, he goes on to the next level. Compared to in Madden, it's like, you could have a phenomenal team and have, the same quarterback there for 15 years and he's great, and your team is never going these ups and downs like it sometimes happen in college football. So point is, if you are an offline guy, I would say lean towards college football. If you're an online guy, you're probably going to lean more towards the Madden end, man. More towards the Madden end. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below. Next question is, how do I win recruiting battles? I always lose them. And yes, a very good question, man. Very good question. Recruiting battles are interesting in this game. I think they could have been done a little bit better. Same. Like, whenever I get into a recruiting battle, it's usually meaning I'm losing that recruitment. It's usually meaning I'm the small school and the big school is coming into a mix late and they barely creeped in enough to get into a recruiting battle. And from that point, it's like they're usually going to gain more XP or more interest than me because they have a better hard sell or they have a better pipeline. So yeah, most of the time you will lose the recruiting battle, especially as a smaller team, because like I said, it's usually a bigger team coming into the mix. How do you win them? You got to get lucky with a visit, because nothing else you could do. You're probably already putting in your hard sell and, your 50 hours. You're probably already doing all you can. So there's nothing else you really could do as far as putting in more hours and that's what they should have done, I feel like, with the recruiting battle. Like, okay, you hit a recruiting battle. Now every school in the recruiting battle could put in 60 or maybe 80 hours, something crazy. And, I don't know. It just should have been something better because it's like, damn, it's not really, it don't feel like a recruiting battle the way I feel like it is in real life. So, and then also another way to win it is to get it to the off season. It's almost glitched. When it gets to the off season, that recruiting battle, the CPU puts in no hours. I'm sure y'all have seen it. The CPU will put in no hours, man. So if you think you're gonna lose that recruiting battle, I would say just, stop putting hours in. Once it hit the recruiting battle, if you're at like week 14, week 15, about to hit the off season, remove your hours and hope that he does not commit anywhere. And if he hit the off season, pitch your hours in, because the CPU most times like remove that player that pull that scholarship and you're able to get them for free. So I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I certainly noticed that. So recruiting battles, I said, I think they could be better next year. I think it's maybe a solid starting point, but next year they'll probably expand on the idea and really make it, better, or really how it should be. But yeah, that's pretty much the 10 minutes, man. We don't have time for any more questions. Like I said, if y'all enjoy this content, like, comment, subscribe, quick video. Let me know any questions down below, and we're on to the next one.